I guess first and foremost, I know some of you kind of know each other, but I wanted you kind of just to introduce yourself and maybe just share what program you're doing right now and what personal development you're doing, if that's cool. You guys know me. I'm Danielle. I'm doing Max 30 right now, and my personal development is pretty heavy, if I'll be honest. I try to listen to as much as I possibly can whenever I can. So YouTube is kind of my gold mine for stuff. So when I share like any videos with you guys, it's literally I listen to them in every 3 minute. But I am listening to on Audible Rachel Cruz. What is it? Your Life, Not Ours. It's about financial stuff because that's what I'm focusing on this year. So the name of it is Love Your Life, Not Theirs. And she is she'll be speaking on the Success Club webinar next month. So Brianna's earned that. So that'll be a good one. So that's me. Who wants to go next?
I can go next.
Cool.
Was that me?
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, did I get that? Okay. My name's Brittany. I'm working on 22-Minute Hardcore with Tilly and Morton. And I'm currently listening to the Chalene Johnson podcast on my phone and learning a lot from her so far. The first time I heard it, I was like, I need to figure out if I like her, but like I love her. I love her personality. So she's really, really cool to listen to.
Awesome. Jess?
I'm doing the same thing. I'm Jessica. I live in Louisiana. I'm doing the second round of my 21-day fix. And I've been doing the Chalene show, and I've also been reading You're a Badass off and on.
Love it.
Awesome stuff in there.
Brianna?
And I'm Bree. I am doing Court of Forest, and I am listening to the Chalene show as well, and also listening/reading You Are a Badass. I had the hard copy before, and then I've been listening to it in the car, but probably because it's not like one of my fun reads, sometimes I have a hard time tuning in and like taking in the personal development stuff while I'm driving and have to re-listen. So we're working on it though.
Love it. Okay. I got 2 more questions and we're going to go around the end. So the first one is, what excites you about Team Cup and what makes you nervous about Team Cup? So I'll start. What I love about Team Cup is it's all about action. It's all about just throwing all those things you think in your head to the wind and just doing. And really just focusing on helping as many people as we can. And it's cool to have so many new coaches on this team. And literally this can be the next 28 days where you guys grow your business exponentially because you stop caring what everybody else thinks and you just drive, like you just go full steam ahead. So I'm excited to help you kind of do that and overcome those things that are maybe holding you back right now. Because this business is really simple. Yeah, there's a lot of tools, a lot of resources and things like that, but it's really just connecting with a lot of people and helping them achieve their goals. So that's what I'm excited about, to help you guys kind of see that vision. The thing that I'm always nervous about is, I don't know, I'm more excited about it than nervous about it. But I know I always get nervous for you guys, and I know you're going to feel overwhelmed in some moments. And I know that you're going to probably be like, what the heck are you talking about in some moments? But just expect it and know that I'm only pushing you because I know you guys can do it. And we can do something really cool this month and change a lot of lives ultimately is the goal. So those are my things. Great. You want to go?
Me? Yeah.
Go for it.
The thing I'm most excited about is learning a lot. Cause I feel like, and this is my own fault with taking my time with training, but still definitely in a learning phase. So I'm excited to learn more about the business, about what people need and want. But I am nervous about people that I approach feeling like the only reason that I'm talking to them is because I wanted to bring Beachbody to them, which that may be part of the reason. But I just know when I was getting messages from people who seemed like they were genuinely wanting to catch up with me, and then the end of the conversation was, you want to be a Sensi consultant? Do you want to do this? And then it felt like they weren't going to talk to me ever again if I said no. So I'm nervous about that. I'll be completely honest. So I guess it's just a matter of making sure that my conversations are genuine and not just trying to close. But it's just something I have to work on. So, yeah.
Love those. I'm sure the other two can agree with both of those things. Go for it, Jess.
All right. I'm excited also about learning and growing my business, getting more people out there and aware and approaching more people. But I'm not going to lie, I'm nervous about the same exact things. I'm also nervous about, Danielle probably can attest to this. I'm nervous about oversharing on Facebook and like being that person on Facebook that everybody doesn't want to see anymore, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So trying to be positive and trying to make it not just about Beachbody, other things too, and my journey, the things that I've liked and have been successful with. So excited to learn new ways to do that.
Good. Hopefully I'll have some good tips for you tonight.
Okay.
A broken record over here. I am excited about kind of the push. I mean, to kind of be rolling into being a coach at the beginning of a new year when everyone's like, oh, resolutions. And then right into Team Cup, it gives us an awesome opportunity to, like Danielle said, really grow the business and kind of use this as a huge kind of big stepping stone to catapult us for the rest of the year. I think I'm most nervous about just trying to hit Success Club. I mean, I hit Success Club in January, but it was like, hi, my mom and my boyfriend. So, you know, trying to actually get other challengers and other people and grow that network while managing the oversharing and, you know, just kind of balancing life with it all. So, but I'm sure we'll do great. And I already booked my tickets to New Orleans, so I'm hitting Success Club if I have to sign up 2 more accounts myself.
Well, we got to help Jess hit her.
No. So
She's got one more person, and it's totally. I've hit Success Club in the last month. Britt, you have an extra month since you signed up in January. You get a free pass your first month.
Oh, nice.
So we'll talk about what Success Club is. That's why I want to push you to do your training so you can learn a little bit more about that.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll talk about it tonight. All right, awesome. Thanks for sharing. I'm gonna share my screen now, if that's cool. Okay. Will you be able to see it, Brittany?
I don't know. Will I be able to see it on my phone?
I don't think on your phone.
I'm trying. My computer's giving me a hard time. I'm on the internet,
Okay.
but I'm trying to log out of my work Facebook and into my normal one so I can get the code.
Gotcha.
It's not letting me log out, which is.
Let me know if you need me to copy paste it to like an email or something. I can do that too.
Okay. I think my mouse isn't working.
All right. Well, I can just talk about it and we can go from there. Okay. Can you guys see this? All right.
Oh, I can see it. Yeah.
Oh, beautiful. Okay. So what is Team Cup all about? Let's talk about the fun stuff first, because that's just the way to go into it, right? So there's 5 of us on the team. Obviously, we're missing Alyssa here, but she'll watch this later. And I am shooting out there that we are going for the Tier 3 prize. And I'm going to break that down for you guys. But the way that it works is if you hit Tier 3, you get all of the prizes. So who doesn't want all the swag, right? It's totally achievable. It's really not going to be hard. We're going to break it down. I'm going to give you actionable things that you can take and implement like immediately and really keep things simple. Because when you keep this business simple, you do it. It gets done in the time that you need it to do. It doesn't run your life and take over. I do want to challenge each of you to share with your family that you're doing Cup this month and that you need their support and you need their help to maybe pick up some slack on some extra things, because this is important. You know, you want to grow momentum in your businesses. That's what all of you are here to do. And so sometimes that takes taking massive action in 1 month and really just giving it your all for 28 days. So we're going to talk about how you earn these prizes. But the main thing on the top right here, how to earn points. So just for your information, Brittany, for a challenge pack, so the all access challenge pack that you bought, Psychology and the all access, that would be 3 Success Club points. So if you look up at the top, 3 Success Club points equals 3 Team Cup points. Pretty simple. The cool thing is that all of you also have the potential to rank advance next month. Jessica could possibly do it this month. But when you do that, so when you have 2 discount coaches under you, which is why we only really push the all access challenge pack right now and sign up 2 people as a discount coach, you guys advance to your first rank in your business of Emerald. Again, Brittany, when you finish your training, you'll kind of learn a little bit more about that. But that gives you guys, not only you 3 cup points, but me 3 cup points too. So if you start doing the math, all of you hit Emerald next month. That's 3 times 4, 24 points. So tier 3 is 75 total team points. So that's like a huge booster. And that's what's going to really help us move forward. But it doesn't mean you should hold back from hitting it this month if you want to. I'll put that out there. Okay? Cool? Exciting? Makes sense? I didn't lose you yet? So let's talk about the All Access Challenge Pack. And this is where, for new coaches, we want to give the best value to our customers. And I know you guys have signed up a lot of your family members, or you're talking to mostly your family members or your friends right now. And I always say, ask your friends and family to just like support you for a month and say, hey, can you try this out? Help me get my business going. I know some of Brittany's family is interested in just the all access. Ask them if they'll do Shakeology and try it out and give you some feedback on it so that it will help you obviously get your Team Cup points, get your Success Club points, and help you rank advance here. But when we're looking at actual challengers, like actual people, you know, that want to do your challenge group outside of your family, not that we don't want them to be there, but you know what I mean. This is the best value for their money, the $199 challenge pack, because you guys all know nobody has their nutrition on point. Maybe a lot of people are going to the gym quite often, but a lot of times they don't know what to do. It's so funny. I went to my apartment gym for the first time since I moved here like 8 months ago, the first time today. And I could not believe how many people just like stood around. It's like they didn't know what to do. And it, you know, I teach group fitness once a week, but it's in my class and I'm out. It's very choreographed. And I'm sure Brittany can kind of relate to that. It's a total different ball game than just being out in the treadmills and stuff. So it reminded me of what I used to do, where I didn't know what to do. I just ran on the treadmill because that's what everybody else was doing. So tap into that when you guys are sharing how a program has helped you, because you don't wing it anymore. You literally have a schedule. You stick to the schedule. You know what's on the schedule for tomorrow, and you know why it's there, because it's going to get you the best results. So this is where the only thing that I am offering. Yes, there's other challenge packs you can do, but honestly, it doesn't make sense for them to pay $30 less and get one program when they could pay $30 more and get $6,000 worth of programs. And we'll have some explanations on how to kind of talk about this. Do you guys have any questions on the all access? I know you all have it. So one thing I would say is try to incorporate it in your posts throughout the week. So think about how it's helped you, having it on your phone, you know, being able to do it wherever you can, or being able to change it up when you have an injury, like read it, you know, those little things is huge. And having maybe the other thing that I always forget about here is the nutrition guide is in your bod. I don't know if you guys have noticed that. So like say you went to the grocery store and you forgot what a yellow was, or if something was in a yellow container, you could look it up on your phone and it's right there. So little things like that, don't forget to share them. Okay, guys?
One of the objections that I had come up against at one point was that somebody was like, I don't have good internet at my house. And I was like, well, you have internet at work, right? You can download up to 7 workouts on your device. and like use them. So they could truly like download the whole entire week's worth of workouts and then just change out the ones for like the next week and do it at work. So it kind of gets the like, I don't want to stream on my phone to do it at a park, or I don't have good internet at my house, kind of excuse out the way.
Such great points. And I like totally forgot about that until somebody asked in our challenge group. So that's such a great point. I'm gonna move you up there. Okay. Can you guys see this calendar?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm a very like type A person. I like to break things down and again, keep it simple for you guys. So on the top left is the tiers that we kind of talked about. But obviously we're hitting that 75 team points and then you'll earn all of the prizes. So how the heck does that break down? Okay. It's really simple. If we move to the right of February, you can see 5 people times 3 Success Club points. So 5 people buying the All Access Challenge Pack equals 15 points per person, which is 75 points. That means all of you would hit Success Club 10, which means it's really good. For Brittany, I know Brianna and Jess know what that kind of means. Success Club 10 is the highest you can achieve as a coach each month. And it allows you guys to feel really good about what you're doing. That's 5 people that you can help this month. It's only 5 people. Like, we can do it. So I like to break it down by month. I don't think Brittany knows about this because we talked about it in our health bet, but if you want to, we're doing a 3-day refresh challenge February 8th. That's just something else you could invite people to that aren't sure if they want to get started. They could just buy the 3-day refresh, try that out. And then you could say, hey, I have an accountability group beginning the 20th. You saw great results. Let's continue this kind of lifestyle and try out the full-on accountability group. So that's just something else I wanted to throw in there. But basically how the 5 people breaks out, guys, is there's kind of 5 weeks in February, but you're just aiming to help 1 person a week. That's really not crazy, right? And it seems hard when you're first starting out and you're like, I don't know who to talk to. Nobody's saying yes. Nobody's answering me. So this is how we're going to break it down. Each day at the top, I put a blue note. And this is going to be like our theme of the day. And I'm going to share these in the Team Cup page as well for you guys so you have access to it later. But I really want us to focus on at least sharing once a day. This is kind of how I think about my social media. You have to remember that this is your free marketing tool. And so every day you show up, it means your business is open. Every day you don't show up, it means your business is closed. And so when you announce that you're a coach, people are now watching. They're watching to see if you're serious. They're watching to see if you're going to be consistent. They're watching to see if you're in it for a month or you're in it for a year. And so it's really important for you guys to just commit. Just give me this month and commit and see what happens. Because I promise you, if you can commit to twice a day posting something positive, you will reach way more people. And every single one of you had really high likes on your coming out post. That 100-person list that I asked you guys to do should be easy, because all you have to do is go write the people that liked your posts down on your list. And that's where you start. So every Sunday, we're going to do an invite post, something vulnerable, something about your program, something you're loving your accountability group. Sunday nights are the nights where I think about, okay, the Danielle 2.5 years ago hates going to work tomorrow. So that could be a coaching opportunity post and how I'm making a secondary income. It could be, I'm excited for Monday because it's a fresh start in my group. It could be just anything, the vibes you have going into the week that are positive. And it will be an invite to our next challenge group. And you guys have 2 groups on here for the month that you get to invite to. So you always have something to invite to. Monday, I like to do motivation. Something from your personal development is a great way to share. I also like to go to Pinterest and just grab quotes, not post the picture of the quotes. because we're sharing us, right? But using that as like just me getting motivated to share something special in a post. So maybe I saw an awesome quote. I'm going to type it out in my text in my post and then tell a story about that and what it is about my life. Because you have to remember, people don't want to see quotes that they see on everybody else's pages. They don't want to see pictures of autumn that 400,000 other coaches could share. They don't want to see links to news that everybody else is complaining about. They want to see you. And so what I want to challenge you guys to do is not share external stuff for this next month. Really share you and your journey and the positive changes that are coming about in this journey for you. So no, I don't want you to share just Beachbody. I want you to share you. Like, I know Jess is a mom. She could be sharing mom tips and how she stays healthy with having a little kid running around, or how she keeps the family involved. You know, Bree drives all the time to work. She can share how she stays on track with that. And she has a dog. So that's another thing. Like, it's not all Beachbody. You know what I mean? And it's very easy to get into that trap. So Monday motivation, it could be just about like going into the work week with a positive mindset. It doesn't have to be anything about your workouts. I personally, every morning I do a workout video because it creates consistency on my page and it proves that I show up every day. So I now have a following, and like my mom asked me the other day, she's like, I didn't see you post a workout video. I didn't know if you were okay. So that's when you know. But think of something that you can kind of tie in with this. And this is your chance to be creative. And if you're not creative, it's cool. You can get some ideas from Pinterest. That's where I get all my ideas. Tuesday, Transformation Tuesday. So it can be you sharing, it doesn't have to be a full body shot or anything like that. It could be like, hey, my legs are getting bigger and I never could get my calves to grow. You know, stupid stuff like that. Or I finally fit into these jeans again. Or I'm making healthy choices. You think outside the box. It doesn't have to be a before and after full body shot. Okay. Wednesday, I usually like to do some kind of foodie post. It's hump day. People don't want to be at work. You know, think about what they are thinking about, which is the weekend. So a drink recipe, a comfort food recipe, something that you're incorporating in your meal plan anyways. Thursday, I usually talk about Shakeology, do a fun post about that. Friday, Fit Friday. Saturday, Selfie Saturday, whatever you're doing fun with your family or friends. So this kind of gives you guys a framework of ideas. So often coaches will say, I have no idea what to post. And it's really just like thinking about the stories of your life. And we're going to kind of get into that on the next slide. But do you guys have any questions about this so far? Seems manageable? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So this brings into to social media. I put 2 posts on here from Jess and Bree because they've been awesome at just creating that consistency. They're a few weeks ahead of you, Britt, so I had some more to pull from. But they are showing their life here. So, you know, their workout videos, their meal prep, the simple, easy things. These were both great posts for you guys. They got a lot of traction. Just remember that. Obviously, these are more towards Beachbody, but again, share the little things in your life. Like when Bree shared that she stepped in poop. Like, that's hilarious, you know?
I didn't step in it. I fell in it.
Okay, even better. So the main thing around your social media is, number one, you always want to include a picture. And it's got to be your unique content. If you're looking good on the day, take some selfies and stock them up. That's what I do. I don't post real live time photos, guys. Like, I already have my food pictures for this week because I just took pictures of all my meal prep for today. And I'm just going to space them out. So don't think you have to, like, you're going to be like, how did Danielle make that Shakeology bowl in the middle of the day? Well, I didn't. I made it on Sunday and I took a picture when I had time. So the favorite apps that I like to use, I would highly suggest, you guys probably already have iMovie on your phone. That's how I make all my videos. It's really simple. I think Bree's been using it. It allows you to put text over. So like usually I'll just pull a motivational quote from Pinterest and put it over my video. Makes it really simple. just make sure you export it on the high quality so it shows well. That's just the designer in me. But the other two are Pick, Tap, Go and Word Swag. I put all of my pictures through Pick, Tap, Go. It allows you to filter your pictures so it takes like kind of a bland picture and it makes it pop. It just gets it bolder and brighter because you want somebody to stop their scroll. And so something I like to ask myself before I post something is, what's going to catch the attention of that girl that I want to see this post? You know, what's going to make them stop? So like if I'm on Instagram, what posts do I stop and look at, and why do I look at them? And if you see one you like, screenshot it and save it and recreate it for yourself. That's literally how I get ideas. So it's like, you don't have to come up with all these things yourself. But the more you do it, the easier it gets. Word Swag is great for putting like a quote over a picture. What I would suggest highly is not getting crazy, because I don't want you guys to take an hour on a social media post. I want you to literally take like 5 minutes or less. It should be quick, simple, share a fun story. The amount of text they did on these 2 posts I thought were great. You don't need to write a novel. It can literally just be short, sweet, inspirational, positive, and to the point, which I think you guys all are. So some ideas. I like the quote, "You are what you do, not what you say you do." So, you know, think about that. You all announce you're a coach, so you got to prove it now. You got to prove everybody wrong that is skeptical, that thinks, oh, you know, Bree's just going to quit next week. She's not going to do it anymore. And so I think about that every day. I'm like, no, like I'm going to show them I'm going to do it with or without you. So the things that I like to think about, like, what are my current thoughts or situations? If I'm having a bad day, how am I turning that bad day into a good day? If I had like a negative experience, how am I turning that day around? If for me right now, I'm really focusing on financial freedom. And so I'm sharing everything I learned about that. That's like another niche. It's nothing about Beachbody, but it's something that 20-somethings think about, but nobody talks about. So if that's something that interests you, go learn about it and then share what you learn. What in the past has shaped you to be the person you are today? For me, architecture was something I got rejected over for 10 years, and I still did it anyways. So that's a big part of my story. I'm one of 4 girls. That's something I talk about. Think about those little things. You guys have so many stories in you that you just forget about. And it's so easy to just here's my recipe, here's my workout. But those other unique things about you, as you share more, they will come out of you more. And so I'm going to challenge you guys to kind of think about that each day and go around those topics we talked about. What's your personality like? If you're super sarcastic, share jokes, share funny things. Talk on your social media how you would talk to your best friend. Don't be here's 4 reps and 5 squats. And, you want to talk like you would literally be talking to your bestie. So maybe read your post out loud before you post it and say, would I actually say this? Is this me talking to my friend? Because that's how I kind of like to write my post. What other activities or interests do you have outside of fitness and health? Maybe you like to scrapbook, or I don't know, something silly like that. I know we're all busy, but what do you guys spend money on? Or what do you want to spend money on? That's a big one. Do you like quantity over quality, or quality over quantity, or what's your favorite stores? Today I asked what shoes should I buy? Simple stuff like that, just to get people talking and interested in what you're doing is great post. Bree asked about Apple TV on her page the other week. That was a great one. And then share your vision, share what your dreams are, share what you want, because that allows the people that you want on your team to be attracted to what you're doing. Do you guys have any questions on this? Does this kind of spur some ideas in your head?
It does. I have a quick rant. I mean, it's not random. I guess it kind of relates question, but would you say that it has to be Facebook that you're doing on, or is that highly suggested because of its features? Or like, what are your thoughts on Instagram or Snapchat? I guess it depends on the audience, but.
I always say pick one and master that first. Instagram is different in that it's very picture oriented. So you're not going to share lots of text. Not that you share a lot on Facebook either, because everybody's so like on the go these days. But I have found I've grown the majority of my business on Facebook. I'm just starting to get really serious more about Instagram. I feel like I played around with it. But you guys already have at least, 1,000 friends on your Facebook. So you have 1,000 potential people to already talk to. So in my opinion, that's where I would start, because I've seen the most success there, because your market's already so big. Does it mean you can't use Instagram in addition? Heck no. Like, share the same stuff and see what works. I know that there's a bunch of coaches that are very successful with Instagram. But I think with Facebook, because the message, yes, there's a message feature on Instagram, but I don't think it really works the same way from what I've learned. Whereas Facebook Messenger is very linked to like who you're interacting with on their page. So if you're commenting and liking on other people's stuff and Facebook sees you're messaging them, your posts are going to show up in their news feed more. So it's very interconnected.
Gotcha.
I don't know that that holds true with Instagram. I haven't done enough training on it to tell you, but that's my personal opinion. Pick one, master it. I've just seen that we already have a strong base in Facebook, so start there. And I still haven't run out of people there, so you guys have plenty to go.
Awesome. Thanks.
Do you guys have any other questions thus far? Okay, let me switch. I always mess this up. I wanted to talk about how do we get there now? How do we help those 5 people? So I don't know if you had a chance to, oh, this is moving you around. I don't know if you guys had a chance to check out this tracker that I posted in there. And I'd like for you guys to print it out or recreate it, I guess, written down if you want. I honestly think it's easiest to just print it out if you can. Because this is really where did I do what I need to do today or not, right? It's so easy to just like, oh, I showed up. I posted one post today, but there is some method to the madness here. So, this can incorporate your life stuff too. It doesn't just have to be Beachbody. Your 3 must happens for the day. That can be, I got to pick up my kid from, daycare or whatever. But it does allow you to kind of plan and give you a checklist of exactly what you need to do. So you can see there's social media posts. So you can maybe write those ideas down the night before and already have them like an idea in your head, or find the quote that you want for tomorrow morning and put it down here so it's ready to go. That's a great way to not be rushed. Quick note on the social media thing. The best time to post is between 7 to 9 a.m., noon, lunchtime, and 7 to 9 p.m. because that's when people aren't working. So that's when the most eyes are on their phones looking at stuff. Just want to throw that out there. So if you post something at like 10:30 at night, nobody's going to see it. And I don't want you guys to not get people on it. So the power hour, this is really where we're going to focus this month for you guys. I want it to be quick and simple for you. You can break it out into 10 to 15 minute segments. I think some of you guys have already started kind of doing this, but for Brittany, first off, I want you to finish your new coach training. You know that, just so that you have that kind of foundation and we all are on the same page. So you'll finish your training. The first one is check the online office. So as you guys start signing people up, you'll want to be checking your online office each day and just get in the habit of starting to learn, what do these things mean? Because it's kind of not very easy to understand everything on there, but it's just a good one to kind of check in there. Training, this is your training this month once Brittany's done her new coach training. So this is your plugging in every day, checking the Team Cup page. The number 3 is the challenge group check-in. So you want to be posting your workout, doing your shake, everything you guys have been doing, nothing crazy. The 3rd one is when you put your social media post up, you're going to go on and reply to people that comment and like on your post. So what I mean by that is if somebody says, Bree, I love your outfit today. Where did you get it? You're going to go like and comment back to them. And you want to make sure that every person is answered somewhere in your day. So it could be literally you're like 5 minutes before you leave the house. It could be when you're sitting at lunch, whenever. It just allows you, it shows people that you're actually interested in them and that you care what they have to say. And it also builds more eyes on your posts is essentially what it's doing. The 3rd one is you're going to start messaging those people that are commenting and liking on your posts. So that kind of gives you that 100-person list. So you can either start with your commenters and likers, or hopefully you guys made a list yourself of people you want to start talking to. After that, you're going to look at your list and say, okay, Brittany, I really want to talk to her this month about my upcoming group. So I'm going to go to her page and I'm going to comment and like on one of her posts that I think is cool. Maybe she went to, I don't know, like a convention or something recently and her dress was awesome. And I'm going to go and compliment her on that. It's just forming relationships is what you guys are doing. And that little extra effort, people start saying like, oh, what's Brittany up to? That was really nice of her to comment on my page. I'm going to go stalk her page and see what she's up to. And all of that social media you guys are, your posts putting up are showing like, oh, wow, she's doing this awesome workout. Like she's putting these awesome recipes up. Like, what is this about? And then when you message her, which is the next one, the hey girl messages, she's going to be more open. So do you see how it's kind of this process of, it's a genuine interest in that person. So it takes that fear of what you guys said about like people thinking you're just emailing them about Beachbody. No, you're just going to be catching up with them as a friend. It has nothing to do with Beachbody. 3 messages of encouragement. So, you know, that could be to one of you guys on our team. You guys could just shoot each other a message and say like, hey, I loved your post today. It was awesome, you know, or anybody in your family or friends. The interactive interest groups, don't really worry about that right now. Another coach made this. I stole it from them. So we're just, you know, using resources. So the main things of your power hour is this next couple section. So every day you're going to focus on the power of 5, which relates back to the 5 people we're going to help for the month. Okay. So each of these categories, you're going to hit 5 people in each day. And that's why I want you to have a list ready to go. So the first one is add 5 friends. So you want to add people to your page so that you have always more people to talk to, more people to interact with. You're growing your business, right? So what I like to do is I'll pick one of my friends I see on Facebook and I'll go to her friends and I'll look through, okay, who do I have a lot of mutual friends with? Who would I be friends with? And I just look at their page and, you know, so that's how I found Brittany. Like we've never met before. I just went on her page. I said, this girl looks cool. I think I'd be her friend. And so I friended her. And then that starts a relationship. So you're kind of just going out and looking for people you want to be friends with. That's really all it is. And it's only weird if you think it's weird. So I want you guys to eliminate that out of your head right now and just know that you have a gift to give. And so every time you add 5 friends, that's 5 more people you could help change their life. When you think about it that way, it's not about you. It's about them. The next one is invite 5 to our next challenge group. So that's going to start with the people that you know, love, and trust, the people you're comfortable with saying like, hey, I have this awesome group coming up. You guys are in luck. I actually already put together a script in a Google Doc where you can copy paste example invites and just change the name of the person, add your flair to it, make it sound like you, and you can send 5 tonight if you want. And I'm going to share it after this. Invite 5 to coaching. That could be somebody you think would be a great coach. That's a category that takes a little bit of time. But if you have a great friend that you think would love this, don't hold back on inviting them. When you get a no, I want you guys to celebrate that, because a no means not right now. And you just planted a seed on your farm that you're starting to grow. So it's like you guys just bought a plot of land in our Team Glow Diggers farm, and then you have to put in all the seeds to grow it. And so when you think about that, every connection you do in this power hour is planting a seed. So when you get the no is just going to be popping out and looking and seeing, okay, is this girl for real? Like, what is she really doing? And that's where you get the chance to show on your post backing up what you're inviting to. So I celebrate the no's because it just means not right now. It means that person's not ready yet. And it means that they're going to sit back and watch me. And that's great for me because I know my content's killer and I know what I'm doing is killer. And they're going to come back in 3 to 6 months and say, okay, I'm ready. I see you're the real deal. Okay. So don't take a no personally. The first one always sucks. But after that, it's just like, oh, it's not me, it's them. They're just not ready. Okay. The last category is follow-up. So as you start these new hey girl conversations, you want to keep checking in with people and, answering their messages. So you're going to follow up with 5 people. Does that kind of make sense so far?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Trying to keep it simple. So this is just a weekly tracker. You guys, whatever works best for you. I also put in here another page where you can keep track of the people you start talking to. So you can write their name down, write the date down, and when you invited them, because it's really important for you to not lose track of somebody. You want to know who you invited. And so if they say no this month, what Brittany said, when somebody says no to you, please don't ever stop talking to them. You want to genuinely still create a friendship with them. So take a no is like, that's awesome. I'd love to still stay in touch. Like, what's your plans for the new year? Or do you have any fun trips coming up? I'd love to keep you in the loop for next month if that's cool. And so it just shows that you're really genuine. You don't care about the sale. You really care about their friendship. And that kind of takes the weight of that off of you guys. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is kind of the document. Again, I highly encourage you either print this out and make it really easy for yourself or write over it or make it on your own spreadsheet. But this is what you guys should be focusing on each day when I talk about Power Hour. And if you have to take a picture and post it in our group every day to hold yourself accountable, do it. The way that I track my Power Hour is on this dry erase board I bought at Target. It has each day on the side, and at the top it has hey girl messages, it has follow-up, it has friend requests, and it has invites. And I just tally every time I get my 5 in. So it's just a visual way for you to check, did I show up to my business today or not? And so if you do the math, if you're inviting 5 people each day, 5 times 7 is 35 people a week. 10% of the people you ask are probably going to say yes. So that's about 3 people a week. Obviously, you have to talk them through the price and explaining everything and genuinely asking them, why is now the right time? What does your current meals look like? Everything that I asked you guys, it takes time to get through that process. I'll tell you this, the fastest way to get through that process when somebody says yes to your group is to get them on the phone with me and you and them. Because you got to talk them through it much faster, even if it takes an hour, than taking 5 to 10 days. So I'm more than happy to get on the phone with anybody and everybody you guys are talking to this month because I want to help you hit that big goal. Okay? So last but not least, I'll show you guys. I think I have it up. Too many windows here. What I created, and again, I'm going to share this in the group after, but this will make it really easy for you. So this is a Google Doc, and it has all different examples of how to do each category we just talked about. So the hey girl messages, there's 2 examples there. How to follow up, how to invite, and then on the bottom, people are going to ask, what the heck is your challenge group? Well, we have an explanation for that. Does it cost any money? We have an explanation for that. Obviously, just make sure you read through it before you copy paste and change out the name or change out the theme. I tried to get most of them if I could. The part where you really have to do your job is somebody's going to come off the bat and ask you how much it is. Don't give out the cost until you've gone through all of this. Because when somebody asks me the cost right off the bat, they don't understand the value of what you have to offer. And so you need to find the holes in their life of why they need you. So if somebody's going out to eat 5 times a week, well, I can say, hey, why don't we change out that for grocery shopping each week and trying Shakeology for a month and offsetting the cost that way. Usually coffee is a great way to change out the cost of Shakeology as well. I think every single person in our health vet group said that this past week, which was kind of funny. All the links, so how I explain a workout program, are right here. So you guys can literally just copy paste. I don't explain what the 21-day fix is. I say, hey, check out this video and let me know what you think. Because I don't need to word vomit on them. Oh, there's cardio fix and yoga fix and all this stuff. Like, just let the video talk. Beachbody did the marketing, and then they can ask you questions about it. If there's a program somebody asked you about and you don't know about, post it in our Team Cup page and we'll talk about it if they have questions about it. Shakeology, same thing. There's questions to ask them here. There's videos. How much does it cost? This link right here, guys, explains everything about the all access. So this is exactly what I've been saying to people after I kind of go through all that stuff. And then I send them the link and just say, like, what do you think about it? What questions do you have? It gives them kind of a visual to see everything that they get, which most of you, I think, got. And then there's just some objection things on the bottom. Again, it kind of takes you all the way through the process. I know it seems like a lot right now, but when you sit down with your power hour list and you say, okay, I'm going to set a timer on my phone and it's going to take 10 minutes or 5 minutes to add 5 friends. Okay, timer, go, 5 friends. And then you're like, okay, I got to start 5 new messages. All right, got my list out. Copy paste something from the document, change their name, 5 minutes, got 5 friends down. And so it makes the business really simple. You guys just have to be disciplined. And sometimes that doesn't seem fun, but I want to ask you, why are you here? All of you have a big why inside of you. Maybe you want to make a little bit of extra income. Maybe you don't want to pay for your Shakeology anymore. Maybe you have a dream house you want to buy. Maybe you want to offset your entire income. You have to let that why, when you don't feel like it and you're super tired and it's a long day, and plug into our Team Cup page. I want that to be a place where we all share conversations. Like if you're having a tough combo, screenshot it on your phone and just post it there and say, hi, I don't know how to talk to you about this. Because this is Team Cup for a reason. I want us to really lean into each other, ask questions, don't be bashful. It's a smaller group. So it's really time for you guys go all in and learn and fail forward because you're going to. Word vomit because I'm sure you're going to. Get excited because I'm sure you're going to. And that's just the beautiful part about this. There's no wrong way to go about this. So I hope this kind of eases your worries about things, because you are going to go through struggles and you are going to go through times where you're like, shoot, I shouldn't have said that. Maybe I did it the wrong way. But it really is just having a list and putting the timer on and then pressing go. And if you're struggling with posting, post your post in our group before you post it and say, hey, what do you guys think about this? And we can kind of help you as well. So I really want this group to be a sharing group, just like our challenge groups are. Share anything and everything. Share when you got your power hour done. Share when you talk to 5 people, whatever you need to do to hold yourself accountable. But it's really in the action. It's really just saying, you know what, the next 28 days or the next 30 days, I guess you still have 2 days left in the month, is when I'm just going to go for it. I'm just going to do it and I'm going to move forward. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Good.
Sounds good.
All right. I have 2 questions about the links you just posted.
Yeah.
So with the workout links in YouTube, and I don't know if this is just me being crazy or what, but do you ever get nervous that they're going to, how when you're on someone's Facebook and then all of a sudden you're 6 Facebooks down and you're, and someone's cousin's second wife grandchild. And you're like, how did I end up here? Do you ever get nervous that they'll do that on YouTube and end up with the like, don't buy Shakeology, it's a scam, or don't why Beachbody is a scam, Do you ever worry that they'll end up on like one of those crazy videos that's like, don't do it, bad news?
Oh, like if they watch the video and on the side that.
Yeah, because that's it's happened to me that I've watched like a video and then all of a sudden I look down and it's like, don't do it. And I'm like, oh Lord, I'm like, should I be sending this to someone?
I think you're just overthinking it, because I've literally sent those to every
Probably.
single person I've signed up, and not every single person said yes, but majority have. I've never heard that one, but I wouldn't worry about it.
And then second one, I'm going to con it out of you if I have to, how to get the Shakeology links to your profile. So I know the Shakeology links that you showed us are attached to your like Danielle Jakubowski account. And
Right.
I tried, I swear, I looked on the FAQ, and I was able to get the link to one of the videos, but the other one was just like a generic link. It wasn't tied to like my
Account.
Beachbody account.
Let me look into that. I did it so long ago, I don't remember.
Okay.
But that's something I'll look at.
Okay. Just because like if I'm going to send it to them, I want it to lead back to my page and not have someone, not that I don't love you, inadvertently sign up under you or something.
The other thing is they're probably on YouTube.
Yeah, they are, but I just wasn't sure if it was better to send it to them from our page where it can kind of direct them back to a home base, if you want to call it that. But I know they are on YouTube.
Yeah. Honestly, I wouldn't spend your time figuring it out if it were me.
Okay. Sounds good.
Sometimes you have to like weigh, is this building my business or is this just an extra thing? You know what I mean?
Okay.
I do have a question too.
Go for it, Jess.
So I just posted my post for the day a little bit ago, and now I have somebody who commented on it and asked what the group was about.
Okay.
Should I stick to the comment and like reply to her comment, or should I PM her?
So I always still reply and I say, hey girl, I'll private message you the details about it.
Okay.
So you're still you're still like addressing it, but you don't want to have a conversation on your Facebook about the whole entire group, because then people are going to be like, oh, $199 challenge pack. That's ridiculous. You know what I mean? You want to control that and have a personal conversation with somebody, because you need to get them to be vulnerable and tell you what they're really struggling with. And they're not going to do that on your personal page. So yeah, I always comment back, but just let them know you'll privately message them.
Okay.
That's a great one. And I loved your picture. But selfies from now on.
I know, but I just came back from camping and not doing a selfie today.
Cool. It's cool. You got to stock them up. I know. And don't be afraid to share the crazy mom stuff, because that's who you are. And kids get way more likes, and dogs too. So like the other thing you do is like Wolf Crush Wednesday, or what's another one? Like Jess, you should follow Noelle, because she has so many good kid posts. She tells her story really well with Nolan. So definitely like share those funny moments. I'm sure you have plenty of them with your little one. What do you got, Britt? Anything?
I feel like any questions that I might have are just something I need to experience through the rest of my training. Yeah.
It's super easy. I promise the last days aren't hard.
I know, I'm getting caught up on the contacting people part.
And like I said, just start with your list, and you guys are going to have this script now, so keep it open on your computer, or the other thing is you can copy paste them into a note on your phone is another thing that I like to do. So like if you have a lunch hour where you can't like leave work but you have extra time, get some of your power hour done then, and just have it in your notes section so you can copy paste.
I do have a quick question, actually. Any sales, like when do the sales start counting towards our Team Cup points? Like on February 1st or the next 2 days?
On February 1st. But don't hold back. If you have somebody sign up, sign them up, because you'll find more people. like I said, you all have huge Facebook followings. Sometimes I'm like, oh, damn, I wish I had that many. But you guys you have a lot of potential. So I think it's going to be a really exciting month, and you guys are going to grow into the confident coaches that is inside of you.
Yeah.
I totally went through that phase where I like started unfriending all these people, and now that I'm a coach, I'm like, why? Ooh,
It's cool.
dumb.
You can add 5 to your friends. You can do 10 to your friends each day.
There you go. So totally kind of outside of Team Cup, I know you said this the focus for this month.
Mm-hmm.
So Coach Basics though starts up again in March.
Yeah, I want you guys to focus on Team Cup. So we will have another like Coach Basics training, which is really comes after your new coach training, which will probably be a lot of repeat of what I'm teaching you in Team Cup, but you guys get me one-on-one, so you don't have to be in a group.
Perfect.
It's something that, you know, we're still developing, so I don't want to take your distraction off of just taking action. Because you're going to learn for years in this business. I still learn so much stuff, and that's kind of the beautiful thing about it. So the one thing that I can say is, yes, don't stop learning, but don't let your learning stop you from taking action, because you'll learn so much more in just the doing. Is my best advice. Cool. So everybody got a positive Monday motivation post for tomorrow?
Working on it.
Well, let me know if you guys have questions. Like I said, I will post these slides and the link to the scripts in the Team Cup page. That's your go-to. We do have a team call tomorrow night at 8:30, and this went a little bit long. But Caleb Thomas is like hilariously funny. So if you can get on, I would highly suggest it. And we'll get you moving and grooving.
Where can we find that link? Is that in the new training Facebook page or the one that I'm not?
Yeah, I posted it in the new coach training this morning.
Okay.
It's a
That's
fun
right.
picture with a squirrel on it.
Yeah, that's right.
He's
Okay.
hilarious. So yeah, hop on then, and I'll see you guys then.
Awesome. Thanks, Danielle.
Yeah, if you think of anything else, just post it in the Team Cup page.
Okay.
Thanks, guys. Let's go.
Bye, y'all.